Why your why matters more than your how. Unlocking purpose, motivation, and long-term success. We live in a world obsessed with hacks. Everyone wants to know the how to build a business, how to lose weight, how to stay disciplined, how to be successful. But beneath all the strategies and systems, there's a deeper question that most people never stop to ask. Why am I doing this in the first place? Because in the end, your how is only as strong as your why. Your reason will always outlast your method. This isn't just a motivational cliche. It's a neurological reality. The human brain is wired for purpose. According to neuroscience, the part of your brain that helps you stay motivated, push through pain, and find focus, the prefrontal cortex, responds directly to your sense of meaning. When you're working towards something deeply meaningful to you, your brain releases more dopamine, not just when you achieve the goal, but even during the pursuit. That's why having a clear why gives you energy, while chasing hollow goals drains you. It's not about what you're doing. It's about why you're doing it. Have you ever started something with enthusiasm, a diet, a workout, a project, and then slowly drifted away from it? Chances are your why wasn't strong enough. Maybe you were doing it for someone else. Maybe it just seemed like the right thing to do. But when things got hard or boring, you had no inner reason to keep going. The strategy might have been fine. The timing might have been perfect. But without purpose, it didn't stick. That's the difference between a sprint and a lifelong path. Purpose is the fuel that doesn't run out. Imagine two people trying to climb a mountain. One is doing it for likes on social media. The other is doing it to fulfill a promise they made to themselves after a difficult chapter of their life. Who's going to keep going when the weather turns? Who's going to push through the exhaustion, the one with the deeper why? Because pain becomes easier to bear when it has a purpose, and struggle becomes more meaningful when you know it's tied to something bigger than yourself. So let's talk about finding your why. It's not always obvious. It might take time and reflection, but the clues are there. Start by asking, what moves me emotionally? What breaks my heart or fills it with joy? What would I do even if I wasn't paid or praised for it? What kind of impact do I want to have on the people around me? These aren't easy questions, but they're the right ones. Your why doesn't have to be a grand, world-changing mission. It can be deeply personal. Maybe you want to set an example for your children. Maybe you want to heal from something painful. Maybe you just want to live a life that feels true to who you are. Whatever it is, it must come from within, because borrowed whys don't last. If your motivation comes from outside, validation, approval, comparison, it will disappear the moment those things do. Once you find your why, something incredible happens. Your brain starts working with you, not against you. Suddenly, you're not just chasing discipline, you're driven. You're not just working hard, you're working with heart. You start to see challenges as stepping stones, not roadblocks. That's because your why gives context to your pain. It gives meaning to your effort, and it makes quitting feel like more of a loss than pressing on. And here's the beautiful paradox. When your why is strong enough, your how improves naturally. You don't need to be told what to do. You start finding ways. You become resourceful, focused, resilient. Purpose lights up the parts of your brain responsible for problem solving and planning. That's why people with a strong purpose live longer, have lower rates of depression, and recover from setbacks more quickly. They're not luckier. They're just more connected to what matters. Think of the most powerful leaders, creators, or change makers. They weren't the smartest or most strategic, but they had something burning inside of them, a reason that anchored them through storms. Whether it was fighting injustice, creating beauty, protecting loved ones, or leaving a legacy, their why kept them going long after others gave up. So if you're feeling stuck right now, lost in a fog of uncertainty, weighed down by indecision, or simply burned out from trying too hard for too long, stop. Just stop. Take a breath. Let go of the pressure to always have the perfect plan, the flawless system, or the next productivity tool that promises to change your life overnight. Plans are helpful, but they aren't the answer when you're lost. When you don't know where you're going, another GPS doesn't help. You need to know why you want to go anywhere at all. Pause the hustle, step away from the noise, and just ask yourself the one question that cuts through confusion like a blade. Why do I care? Why does this goal matter to me? Why am I doing this work? Why do I want to grow, to change, to rise? If your answer doesn't stir something inside you, if it doesn't make your heart beat a little faster, or your eyes look up with hope, then it's not strong enough. And that's okay. That just means there's deeper work to do. Keep asking, keep listening, sit with the silence. Sometimes your true purpose isn't loud or obvious. It whispers, and you have to get quiet enough to hear it. But when you do find it, when that moment of clarity hits you, even just a flicker, protect it like it's sacred, because it is. Your why is more than a sentence. It's your foundation, your compass, your fuel. Don't let it fade into the background. Write it down with boldness. Speak it aloud with pride. Place it where you'll see it every day, on your wall, on your mirror, on your phone screen, in your journal. Let it become part of your daily rhythm, because there will be days, everyone, and there always are, when the motivation disappears, when the path gets muddy, when your energy is gone and your confidence is shaken. Those are the days you'll need your why the most. Not another plan, not another quote, just your reason, your anchor, the reminder of who you are, what you stand for, and why you started in the first place. That reason will quiet the chaos. It will reframe your struggle. It will remind you that all of this still matters. You'll feel tempted, sometimes desperately, to take shortcuts, to find the fastest route, to copy someone else's journey, to abandon what's hard in favor of what's easy. But shortcuts don't build strength. They don't build character. They don't build legacy. Shortcuts give you a destination, but not the transformation. Purpose, on the other hand, walks you through the fire and comes out stronger on the other side. The path of purpose isn't the quickest. It's not always glamorous, but it's real. It's yours, and it leads somewhere that feels deeply right. Because at the end of your effort, when the goal is reached, or even if it's not, what will matter most isn't the speed. It's the sincerity. It's the meaning behind the journey. Because make no mistake, success without meaning is still failure. But struggle fueled by meaning? That's growth. That's integrity. That's the kind of life that leaves a mark. So here's your invitation. Not just a motivational push, but a call to return to what's real. Stop chasing only methods. Start pursuing meaning. Stop performing for the world. Start living for your soul. Don't just chase the life that looks good from the outside. Build one that feels honest, peaceful, and powerful from within. Let your life be guided not just by what's possible, but by what's purposeful. Let your how adapt. Let your strategies shift with time, but let your why remain rooted. Let it be the part of you that doesn't change, even when everything else does. Build it carefully, build it intentionally, build it so deeply that no storm can shake it. Because when life is confusing, when plans fall apart, when the world turns upside down, and it will, your why will still be there, lighting the way, centering your steps, and gently reminding you, this is who you are, and this is why it matters. And in those moments when everything else feels uncertain, your why will guide you home.